Hi friends, welcome to my channel Technical Hunt, and today we will learn the working of this 4-stroke diesel engine. This 4-stroke diesel engine can again be called as 4-stroke CI engine because the ignition of fuel take place here due to the compression of air only. There is no requirement of another equipment to burn the fuel. The essential component of these engines are this is a cylinder which is covered from outer side with the help of these fins, and these fins are provided for the proper or easy dissipation of the heat to the environment while working of this engine. Now this is a piston which is shown here by the red color. This piston will move from BDC to TDC. This is the topmost and bottommost position of the piston between which this piston can reciprocate throughout its work. This piston is attached with the crank through this connecting rod, and this crank is covered with the crankcase. There are two valves, inlet valve and outlet valve, which are mounted on the top surface of this cylinder, and in between these two valves there is a fuel injector through which fuel will be injected on the compressed air inside the cylinder. Now let us see the working of this 4-stroke CI engine or 4-stroke diesel engine. Consider this piston initially at the top dead center, and now this piston will move from TDC to BDC in downward direction. Due to this vertical downward movement of the piston, low pressure will be developed inside this cylinder above the piston, and due to this low pressure or pressure lower than the atmosphere, this inlet valve will get open, and through which air will enter inside this cylinder. Now we will see this piston is at the bottom dead center, means piston has completed its one stroke, and during this one stroke entire volume of the cylinder will be filled with the pressure. So this stroke of the piston can be called as what? Suction stroke. Now piston is at the BDC, and it again tends to move from BDC to TDC in vertical upward direction, and during this vertical upward movement of the piston, it compresses the entire air available here inside the cylinder. Now piston is at the top dead center, and the air will occupy the clearance volume of the cylinder. At this stage we will see the pressure and temperature of the air is very much high. This vertical upward movement of the piston can be called as what? Compression stroke. This is the second stroke. Now after completion of this compression stroke, this fuel injector will inject the fuels in the form of fine particles on this compressed air in the clearance volume. So the pressure and temperature of the air, compressed air, will be sufficient to burn the fuel particles spread over it. So the combustion will start, and this combustion will result into high pressure, high temperature flue gases which exert a force on the piston in downward direction. This force tends to move this piston from top dead center to bottom dead center, and piston will reach to the bottom dead center. This vertical downward movement of the piston from TDC to BDC can be called as what? Expansion stroke, because this air and fuel after burning expand here. So this is called as expansion stroke. As well as during this vertical downward movement of the piston, we will get the work of the engine. Therefore this stroke can be called as working stroke also. Now this piston is at the BDC, and it again tends to move from BDC to TDC in upward direction, and during this vertical movement of piston, this piston carry out the burnt gases present here inside the cylinder through this outlet valve into the atmosphere or environment. This is the exhaust stroke of the piston. So for completion of one cycle of the engine, we will see here this piston has to carry or cover 4 stroke like suction, from top dead center, suction stroke, from BDC to TDC compression stroke, from TDC to BDC expansion stroke, and from BDC to TDC exhaust stroke. This while carrying out these 4 stroke of the piston, this crank will cover 2 complete revolutions. So we will say that for the one cycle of the engine, this piston complete 4 stroke and this crank will rotate for 2 revolutions, and we will get the rotary movement from this crankshaft to the driving wheel of the vehicle. This is the complete work of the 4-stroke diesel engine or 4-stroke CI, means compression ignition engine. I think you have understand the fully working of this 4-stroke diesel engine. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe my channel, so that you will get the notifications of oncoming all the videos based on the engineering and technology. Thank you.